had already started as early as 7:45 this morning with the open vets, the 50cc, the 65cc, the Clubmans, the 125cc, junior, senior, 85cc, and the women MX racers competing and practicing before they started competing. Now the track is well set up with all the turns, jumps and obstacles to match international standards here in Swakopmund. So a separate track was also constructed for the kiddies. That's now the 50cc class, and the 50cc class where Carla Brandt will for now be the only girl competing against fast and talented boys, which include brothers De Wet, age 7, and Djalmar Duplessis, who is 5 years old, and Johan Steenkamp. All of them from Swakopmund will take to the track first. But now we are crossing over to some live action, and it's the 85cc class riders which are now competing in the third heat of their racing for the day. This is the third and the final heat of the racing. So in this 85cc class we have Luca Brandt, Weinan Cronje, Leon Augustin. They are the first three racers. And yes, look at the action coming to you all the way from the Swakopmund Motocross. Some brilliant racing taking place here. As I said earlier, we have Luca Brandt on 138 points, Weinan Cronje on 137, and Leon Augustin on 124 points, leading the championships. Yes, we are bringing you the action as it is happening here at the Swakopmund MX track. That was the first lap of the 85cc class, and the action is continuing. Yes, also the racing is quite intense, and the 85cc class has become the most improved and competitive class. Luca Brandt is then closely followed by Weinan Cronje, Leon Augustin, and Johan de Vos. And good positions are expected from them if they race in the King of the Dirt class against all the bigger, faster bikes. Now the King of the Dirt event is the main and the final event of the day, and it promises to be a massive one. So stay with us as we bring you the action, all the action as it is happening here at the Swakop Motocross track. Yes, some more jumping action there. This is now the third heat, and it's the 85cc class. We are coming to you live all the way from the Swakopmund Motocross track, where the third leg of the Namibia National Championships are taking place, and we are bringing you the action as it is happening. Currently we have the 85cc class in action, and Yes, this class has become one of the most improved and competitive classes. Luca Brandt is closely followed by Wynand Cronje and then Leon Augustin and Johan de Vos. And from wherever you are and you are joining us, welcome. We are bringing you all the action from the third leg of the Namibian National Motocross Championships live all the way from Swakopmund. And it's the third heat, and currently it's the 85cc races on the track. In this class, we have Vincent Gabriel Ducep, Marno Martinez Krier, Luca Brandt, Luke John Jones, Marco Lindemeyer, Wynand Cronje, and Johan de Vos competing. And they are giving each other a go. And we can confirm that Luca Brandt is leading the standings on the national log with 138 points, followed by Wynand Cronje on 137 points and Leon Augustin with 124 points. Non-stop action happening, and we are bringing it to you as it is occurring. Just to recap, the top three champions in each class. In the 50cc, we have David Duplessis with 142 points, Delmar Duplessis with 127 points, and Carla Brandt on 124 points. In the 65cc class, we have Kian Kotze on 145 points, Jan Willem Bronkhorst on 127 points, Leander Netzer on 118 points. And then in the 85cc class, we have Luca Brandt on 138 points, Wynand Cronje on 137 points, Leon Augustin on 124 points. In the 125cc seniors class, we have Jean Venter on 85 points, Lime Gilchrist on 75, Alex Howard on 66 points. So, yes, and then on the women MX class, we have Gina Sadlowski, Zoe Waldsmith, and Joaline Forrie on 103 points. In the clubmen's class, we have John Greiter with 144 points, Francis Cronje on 127 points, Terce Joubert on 123 points. And then for the veterans, we have Rudy Brandt on 133 points, Heiko Straunger on 123 points, and Olaf Peck with 117 points. These are now the top three placed riders in the championships for each class. In the open class, we have Lime Gilchrist, with 150 points, Quentin van Rooyen with 132 points, and Don Ray Botha with 120 points. In the King of the Dirt, Liam Gilchrist is leading with 47 points, followed by Quentin van Rooyen on 42 and Rudy Brandt on 33. Currently we have the 85cc class racing happening with Luca Brandt, the one rider that leads and is placed at the top of the log standings. The next race will be the Women MX, and as the organizers indicated earlier today, it's actually the women's racing has been introduced recently, and it's picking up at the coast. And then heat 1 took place with the 50cc racing 10 laps, the 125cc junior seniors racing 7 laps, the 85cc racing 5 laps, the 65cc class racing 5 laps, the open class racing 8 laps, the women MX racers doing 5 laps, and the clubmans doing 5 laps, as well as the vets doing 8 laps. We then moved on to Heat 2, where the same routine was followed, and we are now in the final stages of the races, with Heat 3 taking place and the 85cc class having just completed. We are quickly crossing over for an interview. We are in the company of Meneer Johan Du Plessis, is a service station owner. So how are you doing?
Good morning. Doing very well on the sunny day here in Swakopmund, enjoying the motocross, which is all going very well at this moment. And just want to say a big thank you to Vivo Energy. It's a Shell licensee holder. Without them, this day would not have been possible. They are our main sponsor for the event today. They're involved in all kinds of motorsport. And yes, thanks to them, it was possible to make this day possible for all the people at the coast, as well as the whole motocross community.
Mm-hmm. Now, for you as a owner of a service station, what does your partnership with Vivo means to you?
It plays a big role in our industry. They are the people supplying us with the fuel and assisting us to give good service to the clients on the ground. And currently we're hosting 84 sites over the country, so we've got quite a big footprint, and they are very well partners to work with.
Yes, you are also supporting someone here. Tell us about that.
It's my boy. His name is Divan. He's riding in the 65 motor class. He's currently 4th in the championship, 10 years of age, and he's been riding motorcycles since he was 4 years old.
Wow. What would your message be to other parents out there?
Just enjoy it. Everybody think this game is a very dangerous sport. It's not as dangerous as everybody makes it to be. It's fun. You can enjoy it. It's outdoors. It's great to enjoy the sport with your kid. My youngster, she just turned 5 today. She's also having her first race and enjoying it a lot, and we enjoy it as a family. It's a nice family sport.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good. Women MX race, we are showing you some footage of what transpired earlier in the day. Beautiful drone footage, and we can confirm that Luke John Jones won the third heat of the 85cc class just a moment ago. He was followed by Luca Brandt in second place, and third was Johan de Vos. And that's the winners, the three winners, first, second and third placed winners for the final heat of the 85cc class. We are now preparing for the women's race, and we have Anneke Lee, Ronja Frederick, Maaike Bokkert and we are back to our live broadcast with the women's competitors on the track. That was Gina Sadlowski, who is leading this race. Now for the new women's division, it was introduced and it is believed that it's going to attract a lot of attention and there will be tight competition between Gina Sadlowski from Swakopmund and Zoe Waldsmith from Windhoek. At this very moment, it's Sadlowski, number 251, leading the action. So we must say that the track is well set up with a lot of turns, jump and obstacles to match international standards. And a separate track was built for the Kitties 50cc class where Carla Brandt was the only girl competing against fast and talented boys, which included the brothers De Wet, who is age 7, and Delmar Du Plessis, age 5, and Duan Steenkamp, age 8, all of them from Swakopmund. But we are live and we are bringing you the action of the women's MX event. There goes Gina Sadlowski over the jump, full speed at open throttle, and she is leading this women's race. In the top 3 for the championships, it's Gina Sadlowski who is in the lead at this race and also on the standings with 150 points, followed by Zoe Wellsmith on 132 points and Yolani Forrie on 103 points. So we can see why Gina is a champion, and she is doing what she knows what to do best, and she is leading the final and the third heat of the women's ladies race. Okay, some more racing to follow with the 65cc class, the Clubman's class, and then the King of the Dirt, which is a highlight event and which will conclude the racing action on the end. That is Gina Sadlowski setting the pace. We also have Annika Lee, Ronja Frederick and Maaike Bokkert competing in this race in the women MX class. At this point in time, it is Gina Sadlowski, rider number 251, setting the pace. There we have Maaike Bokkert making a jump there. And we are bringing you the action live as it is happening here at the Swakopmund Motocross track with the women's. I believe that could be Ronja Frederick taking the jump there. we still have 50cc racing, Clubman's class racing, and the King of the Dirt. 3 racing classes to come out and do their stuff on the track. But for this time, it is the women racers with Gina Sadlovsky, who is heading the championship. She's heading the championship. There we saw her just jumping over a hill there. And she is followed by Zoo Waldsmith on 132 points and Yolani Fori with 103 points. By the look of things, Gina is strengthening her place at the top and her top position. There we have Ronja Frederick taking a jump. And I think the business for the ladies riders have completed. Nearly. So we are looking forward to the King of the Dirt event, which will be the final race. But for the time being, we are going to cross over to some interviews.
Hi viewers, I am here with the 2 winners of Heat 2. So they'll introduce themselves and then we'll talk about their story, how they became part of the motocross. Hi young man, how are you?
7.
How are you?
Good.
I'm good. How old are you?
7.
7. And what is your name? Just introduce yourself to the viewers.
David.
David. And what is you, David? Okay, so David, tell us, how is it to be part of the motocross? Hoe lekker is het? Hoe gaan het met jou hier zo op die baan?
Goed.
Is het goed? En jij was, hoeveelste heb je gekomen?
First.
First, okay. Introduce yourself, young man.
My name is Kian Kotze.
Okay. Why is it fun to be or to be part of the motocross?
It's fun to ride with my friends and family.
Is it your friends and family? Do you have anyone else other than you that's part of motocross?
My friends and my family.
Your friends and your sister, you mentioned before your sister.
Her name is Kayla Kotze.
Kayla Kotze.
Yeah.
Okay.
She rides Husqvarna in the 50 class.
In the 50 class. Okay, and how long have you been part of the motocross?
Races or just riding?
Anything and everything.
When I was 2,
Yeah.
me and my father rode with quads in
Yes.
the desert
In
and
the
stuff like
desert?
that.
Okay, and in this part, motocross, which year did you join? How old were you when you joined?
I once rode in 2019,
Okay.
and then I started in 2021.
Yeah.
I wanted to race, and then I
Yes.
come to join.
And then you came to join. And so far you're enjoying it now?
Yeah,
And the adrenaline, how is it, being on the bike up and down?
it's fun if you're in the air. It's like freedom.
It's like freedom, ne?
Yeah.
Then once you're in the air and you come down and you go up again.
Yeah,
All right. And how do you find it on the track when you are in the air and then you come down again? Hoe lekker is it? How do you control your bike?
like whip.
Sorry?
Whip.
Whip. Okay. And when did you join motocross? Which year? Watter jaar het jy gejoin hier? Hoe oud was jy toe jy gejoin het?
Dan 2.
2 jaar. So dis nou hoeveel jaar? 4, meer as 3 jaar, né?
Ja.
Okay. En enige boodskap aan jou ma, jou pa, jou broers, julle is 'n suster wat julle nou kyk? Kyk daar, en sê vir hulle. Kamera? Kyk, kamera, daar's die kamera. Enige boodskap vir hulle? Ja. En jou kant?
Nothing.
Your sister? Shout out, send a shout out to your sister, your dad,
Yeah, my sister, my team, Shane from Windhoek, the
Yes.
KTM team, and I hope my sister also enjoys it.
All right, thank you so much for chatting to us and well done on your win, guys. Thank you.
Tell me, baby, do you like the way I move? Come on, get your dance on. We can have as much fun as you can possibly get. With your dance on, come on, now come on, baby. Let's get this game on. Let me see it. Let's get this game on. Get it started.
We are in the company of Liam Gilchrist. How are you doing, man?
I'm very well. I'm very excited for today's day.
So how's the racing been?
So far, it's been pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The racing's been quite fun. There are a lot of classes, very competitive as well. Especially the 85 class with all the small kids, all at the same speed, and they're very competitive.
Yes.
Big classes, just as competitive.
Yes.
A little bit more speed, and so far, good. Luckily, no serious accidents, so everything's healthy, and that's the main thing.
Yes. What class do you race?
So I race two classes. I race the 1 to 5 class and the open class, which is 1 to 5, which is the 250 and the 450 mixed.
Yes. Yes. So you are currently placed first on the ranking. What is your intentions for today?
So obviously it's to win. Obviously, I came here. I decided this morning I'd like to show some people how to ride bike.
Yes.
So I came with the intentions to win and to hopefully grow the sport as well, encourage more people to take part and all that.
Yes. As a competitor, what does the sport mean to you?
Well, it means a lot to me. It's pretty much been my entire life. All my work that I do during the week, everything revolves around motocross. So technically my entire life, it's just everything. The whole family is into it. It's a family sport.
From where are you?
So I'm originally based from Swakopmund, and I was racing in South Africa for 2 years,
Okay.
and then now I'm back here.
Okay. So what are the plans for the future?
Obviously go study. There's not much hope in the sport. You got to be a lot better to make it to the top. So just go to university.
Okay. So what would your message be to your fans, spectators out there?
It's just to enjoy whatever you're doing and have fun.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you guys. Thanks very much, guys.
So the racing action resumes, and we can confirm that in the ladies women's MX, it was Gina Sadlowski who finished first in the third heat of the racing for the day, and Annika Lee was in second with Ronja Frederick in the third position. We are now bringing you some live action from the 65cc class as it is happening, and it will be 5 laps of non-stop action. Now in this class we have Kian Kotze in first position, Jan Willem Bronkhorst in second, and Leander Metzer in third position. That is now on the national championship log standing and in the respective classes. Some super jumping action as it happened. And in this class we have Kian Kotze, Jan Willem Bronkhorst, Connor Brouwer, Divan Du Plessis and De Wet Du Plessis competing. Just a recap, earlier in the day, the MX 85cc class was won the third heat of the MX85 class was won by Luke John Jones, followed by Luca Brandt and then Johan de Vos in the third position, while Gina Sadlowski won the third heat of the women's class, followed by Anneke Lee and Ronja Frederick in third position. But the action continues, and it's now the MX65cc class on the track. And we are bringing you the action as it is happening. Some tight duels taking place. And at this moment, it's Kian Kotze, Jan Willem Bronkhorst, Connor Bouwer, Divan Du Plessis, and De Wet Du Plessis, who is racing for that first place. Now this 65cc class is dominated by Kian Kotze, followed by De Wet Du Plessis, who is competing in two classes, and Jan Willem Bronkhorst and Divan Du Plessis. It looks like Divan Du Plessis is leading the action at this stage of the race. Yes, some non-stop racing action indeed. Some more racing to follow with another two classes to race. That's the Clubman's class and the King of the Dirt. But for now we are focused on the 65cc class. And Kian Kotze is placed at the top of the championships with 145 points, followed by Jan Willem Bronkhorst on 127 points and Leander Metzer on 118 points. Non-stop action here at the Swakopmund Motocross track, and we are bringing it to you as it is happening. Some super action coming to you live all the way from the Swakopmund Motocross track here on the outskirts of Swakopmund. And this is action from the 65cc class. We are bringing you the racing as it is happening. This is the 65cc class, and currently placed first on the national championship log is Kian Kotze on 145 points, Jan Willem Bronkhorst on 127 points, and Leander Metzer on 118 points. Just a recap of the other results. In the women MX third heat, Gina Sadlowski finished in the first place, followed by Anneke Lee in second, and then Ronja Frederick in third place. In the MX 85cc class, first was Luke John Jones, followed by Luca Brandt, and then Johan de Vos in third place. We are now bringing you some advertisements, and then we will return with more live action.
I am joined by Luca Pran, who is currently leading in his class. How are you, Luca?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. Before we head into, can you tell us a bit about your class and when you joined the motocross?
So, my class is one of the most competitive in Namibia, 85cc class, MX Lights, and I'm currently leading it. But when I was 3, I think, I started racing, and I won my first race last year. January, February there.
January, okay. And how has the journey been so far for you?
It's been quite brutal, lots of racing, lots of toughness, and competitive, very competitive.
Okay. Speaking of competitiveness, there's only a slight, difference between 1 point, I think, between you and your opponent. So how are you going to maintain your number 1 spot?
Most probably just getting a whole shot and leading and being consistent the whole day. And just concentrating.
Okay. And tell us about your training routine. How often do you train?
I train every weekend, 2 times a weekend, with my trainer Liam Gilchrist and my dad helping me and supporting me.
All right. And with here, you are of course still young. What does the future hold for you? What do you want to study? Do you want to take this as a profession, sport as you grow older? What are the plans? Tell us.
So, I want to continue my motocross, but maybe hopefully one day do supercross or professional motocross.
Okay.
And I don't know, professions, maybe I'll just do engineering and be a mechanic or something, work on my own bike. Yeah.
All right. And do you have any role model in motocross that you're looking up to, and why?
Most probably Liam Gilchrist, smoothest rider in Namibia, one of the most competitive, and Ken Roxon. And my father.
Okay.
One of the best.
Any last message to your fellow riders?
Just ride, be happy, and be consistent.
And lastly, to your opponent.
Yes, good luck. Good luck trying to catch us.
Well, no, good luck, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, no problem.
I am joined by Gina Sadlowski, who is part of the Motocross. Gina, before we head right into it, can you tell us about your journey, when you started and why you started?
Alright, so I started racing motocross and riding in 2015. Actually, quite a funny story. A couple of years before that, my dad always had street bikes, never really motocross or dirt bikes. But I had a KTM, actually. We got it from Matthew, who's also raced and is a big part of why I'm racing nowadays. So I had that bike and I absolutely hated it. I cried, wanted to cry every time I had to come ride. So we actually ended up selling the bike, and then a few years later Liam Gilchrist started riding and Matthew was riding. One of my friends, Corinna, she actually had a 110 and we live on the plot, so I just rode the bike down the street and I decided, alright, this is awesome.
So basically it started off as a hobby, right?
Yes.
It's safe to say that. Okay, so Gina, tell us about, what is actually fun about motocross other than you wanting to cry when you got on the bike?
Yeah. Oh, there are a lot of things that are fun about motocross. I think in general, you need a lot of discipline and motivation for the sport. So your fitness and also your improvement, it's quite a challenge to get there. It's not just you get on and ride. So I think that constant challenge and also, just that adrenaline you get, it's awesome.
All right, and about today, tell us, how I hear that you're already on your first heat.
Yeah.
How was that for you, and how do you plan on improving on the upcoming heats?
All right, so I'm very happy to see that the ladies class is growing. Unfortunately, Zoe, my main competition today, we're basically the same speed at the moment. So unfortunately, she couldn't be there today because it's always a fun race between her and I. The other ladies, it's nice to see them. I'm happy that it's growing as well. We got 2 new riders today. 2 of the girls actually had to move from quads to bikes, so now we're having lots of fun with them. It's nice to have them. I miss Zoe today, but it's also fun to ride against the other ladies, and it's nice to get the ladies class growing, to get that interest as well. For the rest of my heats, I'd like to focus more on being smooth and really the technique of it, riding smooth and fast, and I'd like to focus on my corners as well, especially that one over there today.
Gina, you mentioned that it's always fun, to have an opponent that is close with you, that you actually can try to race it. But how do you keep your head in the game knowing that you're actually trying to keep the first position or try to beat them?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. Mainly it's also just really focus. Obviously I think everyone does get rattled sometimes, especially if the person's closing up on them. So what I try to do is I try to forget that I'm racing against anyone. I just say to myself, just breathe, focus, and just ride for yourself. Forget about everyone else and just do what you know and do your best.
All right, thank you, Gina. Please do enjoy the rest of your heats.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we are live once again, and we are bringing you the action from the 65cc class. Just a correction, the organizers have swapped some of the races, and the previous heat 3 was that of the Klapmans class, which was won by Stefan Maichatz, followed by AJ van der Merwe, and then in third Heinrich Christian. So we are now back to action, and it's the 65cc class which is now on the race track. Yes, the action is coming to you all the way from Swakopmund Motocross track, and it's coming to you as it is happening. Brought to you by Erongo 24/7 as well as NMH Namibia Media Holdings. It is now the 65cc classes which is on the track. And we have the vet Duplessis setting the pace in this race, leading up front. The other competitors are Kian Kotze, Jan Willem Broncos, Connor Bouwer, Divan Du Plessis and De Wet Du Plessis. It's De Wet Du Plessis leading up front in this 65cc class race. It is then Kian Kotze, 10 years of age, who is dominating this class, followed by David Du Plessis, who is competing in 2 classes, and Jan Willem Bronkhorst, 8 years old, as well as Divan Du Plessis, who is age 10. Some tight racing taking place here at Swakopmund MX racetrack on the outskirts of Swakopmund, and there you can see the action as it is happening here in Swakopmund. Another lap left, another lap of racing left in this 65 class, and that was David Du Plessis leading up front. We just passed the camera there. We can really see that this track has been set well up with a lot of turns, jump and obstacles, and it is of a high standard. Non-stop and adrenaline pumping action as it is happening here at Swakopmund MX track, and we are bringing you the action from the MX 65cc class, which is currently racing with Kian Kotze, Jan Willem Bronkhorst, Connor Bouwer and Divan Du Plessis, as well as David Du Plessis. We have David Du Plessis, racer number 365, followed by Divan Du Plessis, racer number 2, Connor Bouwer, racer number 338, Jan Willem Bronkhorst, racer number 416, and Kian Kotze, racer number 84. At this point in time, we have David Du Plessis, number 365, setting the pace in this race for the 50cc class. There goes David Du Plessis. This is MX 65cc class action happening right now here at the Swakopmund Motocross track. Steven Duplessis taking a jump there. There goes Connor Beauvert. The leader racing in red colors, number 365, David Duplessis. There goes David Duplessis, followed by Kian Kotze, and it's Duplessis who takes this race.
The space between having a dream and making it a reality is massive. And when your dream is to build a quality network for Africa, that space gets even bigger. Paratus' dream for a Pan-African network began years ago. Starting with a single PC using dial-up internet, it eventually grew to become ITN, a Windhoek-based network company that laid the foundations of what Paratus is.
No, it's all of them. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and we are into the final race for the day. It's the King of the Dirt, with all the races taking to the course. And we have Takon Liebenberg, Don Ray Botha, Dale Davis, Liam Gilchrist, Wanyo Colmits, Tony Viljoen, Liam Gilchrist, Rowan Gous, Jan Venter, Stefan Barch, Eric Mueller, Dylan Hilfiger, Saneni Waitrich, Rigo Wolf, Bjorn Kebbel, Gero Fredericks, Vincent Gabriel Dusep, Marno Martinez Kruger, Luca Brandt, Luke John Jones, Marco Lindmeyer, Wynand Cronje, Johan de Vos. And the action is non-stop, the final race of the day. And we are bringing it live to you all the way from the Swakop MX Cross. We will confirm who is leading. We will confirm who is in the lead of this King of the Dirt. It's a very fast race taking place here. And this is the action as it is happening live from the motocross track at Swakopmund. It looks like Luke John Jones heading this race. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. It's the King of the Dirt, the last and final race of the day here at the Swakopmund Motocross track. It's Liam Gilchrist up front, setting the pace and leading this race. It's 10 laps of racing, and all the riders who participated in today's event are entered in this race, which is aptly named the King of the Dirt. And it's number 105, Liam Gilchrist, who is also the senior open class champion, and he is setting the pace in this race. There we're bringing you some drone footage of the action as it is happening. Wonderful racing, beautiful scenes. Sheldon Johannes, the man in control of the drone today here in Swakopmund. We have Miranda Openshaw behind the screens. We have Monica Joseph boxing. And we have Micheline Navatises doing camera work, while Adam Hartman is chasing all the snaps as well as the information for us, because you can read all about this on our website at www.erongo.com.na. It will also be shared in Sport Rap, and it might even make the Republican as well as the Namibian Sun back page. That is the sports section. But for now we are live in Swakopmund with the King of the Dirt taking place. It is the final race of the day. And what an eventful day of racing we had here in Swakopmund. It started early this morning at 7 o'clock, and then the jury had a meeting. They had practice runs. They had heat 1, heat 2, and now heat 3 is concluding with the King of the Dirt. 10 laps of exciting racing. And it looks like Liam Gilchrist is in the lead of the King of the Dirt, and he might also pocket this one for today. He is actually also the leader of the King of the Dirt race on 47 points, followed by Quentin van Rooyen with 42 points and Rudy Brandt on 33 points. Liam Gilchrist is placed first on the national championships of the King of the Dirt. He has 47 points and he is leading this race, and he could be strengthening his lead at the top. We also have Quentin van Rooyen in the second position on King of the Dirt, Rudy Brandt on 33. Okay. An aerial shot of the action as it is happening here at the Swakopmund Motocross track. The last race of the day. This is the King of the Dirt. And at this point in time we have Gilchrist setting the pace. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, some action-packed, adrenaline-pumping racing happening here at the Swakopmund Motocross track on the outskirts of the coastal town. the Swakopmund MX Cross track was the place to be. And if you've missed it, you can catch it tomorrow. This is the final race of the day. It is the King of the Dirt. And we are bringing you the action as it is happening. Ten laps of racing. That's the King of the Dirt. We are deciding who is the toughest of these riders after a hard day of racing. And at this point of time, it is Liam Gilchrist, who is also leading the national standing. And he is leading this edition of the King of the Dirt here at the Swakopmund Motocross track. Breathtaking racing action as it is happening here in Swakopmund at the Motocross track. And they are heading into the very last lap of the action. If Lime Gilchrist crosses the finishing line, there will only be one lap remaining of this 10 action-packed maps. Three. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the action continues non-stop here in Swakopmund at the Motocross track, where the third leg of the Namibian Championships, National Championships, is happening. And it's the King of the Dirt, the last event of the day. Just confirmation of some of the results of the other races earlier in the day. In the MX85, this is now for the third heats. We had Luke Johns finishing in first, Luca Brandt in second, and Johan de Vos in third. In the 65cc class, we had the Wet Duplessis coming in first, followed by Kian Kotze in second, and then Dian Duplessis in third. In the women's class, we had Gina Sadlowski winning, and then followed by Annika Lee in second position and Ronja Frederick in third position. In the clubmen's class, we had Stefan Maichatz taking the lead, followed by AJ van der Merwe and Heinrich Christian. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the action as it is happening. In our picture there is the leader of the King of the Dirt, Liam Gilchrist, leading up front, and he's also in the top 3 of the championship for this particular class, the King of the Dirt. Before this race, Liam Gilchrist was leading with 47 points, followed by Quentin van Rooyen on 42 points, and then Rudy Brandt on 33 points. There he goes, Gilchrist, with another podium finish. Non-stop adrenaline pumping action coming to you all the way from the Swakopmund Motocross and brought to you by NMH and Erongo 24/7 Erongo Talk as it is happening. We are bringing this action to you in ways never ever having been shown before here at the coast. This is NMH, and this is what NMH is doing to promote and push our sport up to higher levels. And that concludes our racing for today. We will try to catch the King of the Dirt. Nice one. Reg, ons is met François Pitbull, die manne van Pitbull. En vir die eerste keer in die geskiedenis van hierdie kompetisie het julle prysgeld beskikbaar gestel. Hoekom het julle dit gedoen?
Man, tans wil ons graag die sport bietjie optel van die grond af. Ek glo Namibië kan baie groei in die motocross sport. So ons het beskikbaar gemaak in al 8 of 10 klasse, het elke klasse eerste, tweede en derde prys. En hierdie is maar net die begin daarvan. Ek glo die volgende keer kan ons dit groter en meer en nog mense aan boord kom. So en ek wil amper sê ons het nou nie baie gegee nie. Dis 'n 500, 'n 400 en 300, maar as vandag wat ek hier staan, dag ek sommer al die besighede in Namibië uit dat hulle ons motocross kom ondersteun en sommer my prys kom dubbel maak en dan kan ons almal aan boord kom hierso.
Wat dink jy beteken so 'n event vir die mense hier by die kus?
Man, kom ek sê dit lok mos nou alhoewel almal wat van ver af gekom het en dit is 'n aktiewe sport, dis 'n adrenaliensport. So dit hype al die mense in die omgewing en ek bedoel dit hou die kinders besig want dit is baie hierdie sport van ons moet jy baie fokus op en jy moet hard oefen. Dis 4-5 dae 'n week wat jy moet oefen vir die sport. So op die einde van die dag glo ek die kinders wat die sport doen kan nie blootgestel word aan enige alkohol of drugs en hierdie tipe goeders nie, want dan sal hulle glad nie kan perform soos wat hulle vandag hier perform nie.
Dissipline.
Dissipline 100%.
Dan sê jongman, jy is jou naam?
Wynand Cornee.
Wynand, nou in watter klas kompeteer jy?
MX Lights 85.
En jy is die kampioen, huidige kampioen, voorloper.
Ja.
Nou wat beteken hierdie sponsorship vir jou? Hierdie prysgeld?
Dis 'n groot ek weet. Dis 'n groot sponsor vir my, vooraf vir my.
Ja. En wat 'n boodskap sal jy aan die ander ouens daar buite wil gee?
As jy die sport wil doen, dan moet jy go ahead en soos niks drugs doen nie. Niks rook, niks drink nie. Anders sal jy dit nooit kan doen nie.
Ja, sê baie dankie manne. Sê en geniet jy jou racing, né?
Dankie.
Sê dankie. Sê cool ouens. We are with Liam Gilchrist, triple champion. Yes, man, well done. So, talk me through it.
Okay, so today it's sort of very cold and I wasn't expecting such a great day, to be honest. I haven't been doing too much training. My fitness isn't up there. And I thought the track's going to get pretty rough, which it did. And then starting off with the MX Open class, I decided to really give it my all since it's my last race before I head overseas for university. So I just put my mind to it and decided today's the day we're going to get it done. And then, so I won or whole shotted both heats and then took the lead from there. And then that was in my MX Open category. And then in 1 to 5, did the same thing. Yes. Just carried the lead from the beginning. And then in King of the Dirt, that was probably the most exciting race of my life.
Yes.
Because I had the smallest bike, or one of the smallest bikes in that group, and the excitement, I was just thrilled.
Yes.
It was amazing.
So what's the secret of your success, Liam?
Nah, there's no secret. There's hard work and talent put together.
Yes.
That's what's going to get you places.
Any other MX events you want to do?
No, of course, I want to carry on with the sport because my parents have been supporting me the whole way through, so I can't let them down now. And we'll see what the future has for me.
Yes. You mentioned your parents. Are there any fans, any message to the youngsters out there?
Just keep training and put your head to it. You can do whatever you want once you put your head to it. So there's no real secret to the sport. It's just hard work, dedication, and effort.
Yes. Now there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you've enjoyed this day with me and Liam and the rest of the racers here. So that concludes our business for today. Enjoy some of the visuals we will be bringing to you before we cut away. with the King of the Dirt. We are showing you some aerial footage of that magnificent race won by Liam Gilchrist, followed by followed by Rudy Brandt and Ruan Gous. Brilliant racing there by Liam Gilchrist. And then just updating you on some of the other races that took place. It was Luke John Jones that won the 85cc class, followed by Marno Martinez Krier in second, and then Johan de Vos in the third place. In the 65cc class, we had the Vet Duplessis, followed by Kian Kotze, and then Devon Duplessis in third place. And then in the women's MX class, we had Gina Sadlowski in first position, followed by Anneke Lee in second position, and Ronja Frederick in the third position. In the clubman's class, we had Stefan Maichas coming in first, followed by AJ van der Merwe in second, and finally Heinrich Christian in the third place. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch this action once again tomorrow between 5 and 7 o'clock on our TV channel NTV. Please tune in and enjoy all this action as we brought it to you all the way from the motocross track here in Swakopmund. We really hope you had enjoy your time with us, and with that said, it's time to love and leave you in peace.